Good morning, Titans, and welcome back to your 2016-2017 school year. I'm Lauren Dismond.
And I'm Mackenzie Wilson. On this episode of Titan Television, we'll show you how one teacher spent his summer, and we'll introduce you to some new coaches and administrators.
All this and more on this episode of Titan Television. There were many worldwide news stories that took over our news feeds this summer.
Kayla Ewell tells us about one that hits a little closer to home.
Over the summer, the Turkish military attempted to overthrow its government over religious differences. And one of our very own teachers was there to witness the event.
So we were woken late at night, early in the morning, about 12:30 a.m. With the notification that there was a coup underway in the country. And so I turned on CNN and we could see the events, but I walked out on my hotel balcony, which overlooked the bridge over the Bosphorus Strait, and could see and hear obviously what was going on. It was very disturbing. You could hear gunshots in the distance, helicopters, low-flying jets, and then ultimately unusual calls to prayer.
Williams was traveling with his wife, who works on refugee and asylum cases for the government.
So she's interviewing people for potential resettlement. But on the night of July 15th, there was an attempted military coup by a contingent of the Turkish military who attempted to take over the government. They seized the television channels and said that they were taking the country over.
During these frightful moments, Williams live tweeted his experience in Turkey during and after the attacks.
Which, while the coup was scary and the low-flying jets by my hotel was really scary, the scarier part was really in the days after the coup and understanding that there was some real anti-American sentiment.
With photographer Lauren Dismond, this is Kayla Ewell reporting for Titan Television.
Though the coup ultimately failed and Turkey is still in a state of turmoil, Williams did express his appreciation for the culture and the time he spent there.
And after a newsworthy summer, school is back in session with some new changes.
After becoming the largest school in the district, some students have some concerns with the parking situation here at West.
It's time to apply the brakes to all the questions. Here's Chance Howard with the story.
After becoming the largest school in the district, many Titans have been concerned about the parking situation here at West. There are currently 841 spots with 715 or more spots already sold. Administration indicated they will stop selling parking passes once they hit 940. If you'd like to purchase a parking pass, go to the main office and please bring your valid driver's license. With photographer Mallory Rowdy, this is Chance Howard reporting for Titan Television.
The state of Missouri recently passed a new law that could affect many students here at West. Students are now required to get a meningitis shot before their senior year. Meningitis is an inflammation of the brain and spinal cord. This can result in long-term disabilities or even death. The class of 2018 will not be allowed to enroll unless they have this immunization. Some colleges aren't even letting students into their dorms unless they have this shot. Nurse Hansen recommends getting the shot at your regular doctor's office, or places such as Minute Clinic or other pharmacies. With photographer Drayden Wood, this is Mackenzie Moore reporting for Titan Television.
Some students look at summer as a chance to escape, but the theater department looks at it as time to improve.
Here's Adonna Barney and Sydney Smith with a theater update.
For some people, summer is the time to relax. But for the theater department, it's another chance to be in the spotlight. Over the break, Brad Rackers, along with current and former Titans, participated in a variety of shows.
I also worked on the Kansas City Cappies production of The Addams Family. I worked as the director of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat for Summit Theater Group.
Despite school just starting, the West Side Stage is already about to premiere yet another production.
We open our first show next weekend, so we have a production of The Complete Works of William Shakespeare Abridged and All the Great Books Abridged, which are 2 farce comedies. And then we have Mary Poppins, our musical. And then our winter plays are Leading Ladies and The Crucible. It's a great season in terms of the varied kinds of shows that we have.
There are lots of ways for students to get involved in the theater. And to Rackers, the experience is worthwhile.
I think that theater is a family. I think that everybody who's in the theater works together for the same outcome.
With photographer Adana Barney, this is Sydney Smith reporting for Titan Television.
The theater students were not the only ones putting in work this summer.
We'll send it over to Matt Ross with the Titan Sports Update.
Welcome to the first Titan Sports Update of the year, Titans. I'm Matt Ross, and I'll be giving you a scoop of what's happened over the summer and what's happened during the first week of fall sports. Here's how our Titans did in the first week of the season. Congratulations to the girls softball team doing well at Adair Park at their first tournament of the season. Their next game is Monday versus Lee Summit North. Boys soccer had a rough start to the season, losing versus Park Hill South 1-0 in overtime. Their next game is today at Kickapoo High School. Titan Volleyball has a 1-0 start to the season, beating Lee Summit 2-0 in their first game. Their next game is a volleyball slam this Saturday at St. James Academy. Girls tennis had a good start to their season, beating Lee Summit North 9-0. Their next game is Monday versus Lee Summit. Girls golf continues their season next Monday at Liberty North. Titan boys swim and dive has an impressive start to the season, beating Park Hill. Their next meet is Saturday at Blue Springs South. You can follow us at LSW Sports Update for more information on when these teams play and how they did. There are many new faces among the coaching staff this season, which may bring change to the sidelines, but they look to keep the winning tradition strong here at West. Volleyball, under the direction of new head coach Jennifer Morgan, looks to fill some of the holes left by the seniors and Coach Hanaway last season. Morgan had a few words on how hard the girls have worked over the past offseason.
It's just very rewarding to watch the younger kids get better and improve, and their excitement when they do improve.
Boys swim and dive also got a new look after former head coach Colleen Gibbler moved her job to the girls' side. Head coach Montana Rex explains his plan heading into his first season.
In swimming, hopefully I can use that to make sure they know there's a purpose outside themselves, and that they can have fun and they can just lead the season with good memories.
The retirement of Coach Boehm left a huge hole heading into the 2016 season for Titan football. But after a 1-0 start, new head coach Vinny Caresville feels more comfortable carrying on the rich tradition that Boehm left behind.
Well, I feel a little bit more comfortable after I've been on the sideline, and I rely heavily on my assistants to kind of guide me down there, but feel a lot more confident, I think, the next week.
Titan football continues their 1-0 season tonight at Blue Springs. Make sure to wear a camo to support the team. That concludes the Titan Sports Update. Let's make it a good 2016-2017 year, Titans.
Thanks, Matt. Heading into a new school year, it can be helpful to be familiar with some important faces here around West.
Here's a crash course of some administrators you should know.
There have been many changes to administration this year, including former math teacher, Mr. DZ.
Everybody's been really supportive. It's great to see the teachers in the hallways and welcoming the students to school.
Some of DZ's new responsibilities include more disciplinary actions and planning type things, like Titan Time. But what comes with the new job also means he has to be at school more.
I've got some activities that I'm also planning for the whole school. So I think overall time management, we'll just have to see how much time consumption that takes place at home.
With photographer Dawson Erholtz, this is Sam Thomason reporting for Titan Television.
Kayla England is West's brand new assistant principal. And while West may be different, she is ready for the change.
I went to Clinton, and there was only about 600 kids there. I was there for 4 years, so I already knew most of them, knew their families, and then you come to a school that's 2,100. It's big, but I'm excited.
England may be one of the 6 principals in the office, but she has qualities that set her apart from the average principal.
Well, the fact I dress pretty good is something I think is needed. No, I'm just teasing. Well, I'm a people person. You know, I like to get to know the students, the teachers, and the community.
And England is looking forward to tackling her first school year as a Titan.
Everything is about Titans and Titan pride, and that is huge to me. There is a sense of community here and a sense of family, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
With photographer Aniston Barney, this is Danielle Gorman reporting for Titan Television.
Check, check, 1, 2.
Mr. Hubbard has taken over Mrs. Catsby's role as the athletic director. In charge of overseeing all sports, clubs, and activities, he has many plans to continue her legacy.
This is one big family, but I want to get that feeling back involving a lot of the elementary schools, middle schools. I'm excited about seeing all the kids and working with all the kids and coaches and sponsors in a different atmosphere, a different role. I'm a kid at heart, and I'm just kind of a jokester.
With his upbeat attitude, Hubbard urges students to get involved.
Be part of the Titan family, part of the Titan experience, and enjoy yourself. And obviously, number one, make good choices and don't get yourself in trouble.
With photographer Kate Bowles, this is Kayla Ewell reporting for Titan Television.
Well, that's all we have for this edition of Titan Television. I'm Mackenzie Wilson.
And I'm Lauren Disman. We'll see you back at the studio September 23rd for the next edition of Titan Television.
Have a great school year, Titans.